Welcome back to our video series on creating a maze solver GUI. In this video, we're finally going to get animation working. So yeah, let's see what we can do. So I think to get the animation working, we're going to have to do a couple of changes. In particular, inside of our maze solver right now, we think about our three algorithms that we're calling. We have this animate boolean at the end, right? And I think we still want that. But I think we're also going to need to tell this algorithm what what it's drawing on. Because inside of here, instead of saying maze.display right here, I think we're going to have to tell it to redraw the panel. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to add one more parameter here, and then I'm going to make that a maze panel. I'm going to call it, well, maze panel. Okay. And so then here, instead of printing, what we're going to do is we're going to say maze panel dot repaint. And then sleep. And then so I think that might work. Now notice this is a star. Right? So that's going to be, I'm going to test this before we get too far. So we're going to test this. And then if that works for a star, then it should work for the others as well. So let's go ahead and go back to our maze frame. And inside of our maze frame, when we turn on animation, we need some way of knowing that that's on. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another private instance variable, private animate on, and that's going to be false by, you know what, animate on. And the default right here, we'll go ahead and make false. So animate on equals false, that's the default. Okay. So then when we click, you know what, for now, I'm going to go ahead and make animate on equals true. Just for testing purposes. I'll worry about getting the menu working after we actually get the animation working. So for right now, it's going to animate no matter what. So right here, if it's a star, I'm going to pass an animate on. And then we're going to pass in our maze panel. Okay. So let's go ahead and compile this. Didn't like that. Oh, wow. It is almost 11 o'clock at night right now, so I apologize if I make some silly mistakes. Let's try this again. Too fast. Try this again. Didn't like that. Oh, maze tester line 7. Yeah. So guess what, maze tester? I don't need you anymore. Time to delete maze tester. All right. Try this again now. Now the reason for that error, in case you're wondering, was, remember, I'm actually compiling everything that ends in a Java. So even though we haven't touched maze tester in a long time, it was trying to compile that. And because I changed the signature for this A star maze solver, it was suddenly causing errors. So yeah. All right, so A star. Remember, animation's on by default. This doesn't show that, but it is. So now I'm going to click solve. and the button is stuck down. Button is stuck down. Why is the button stuck down? Okay. So it went into the solving loop, but it's not actually... We're seeing the delay, but it's not actually updating. Okay. If animate maze panel dot repaint and then sleep. But wait a second. We needed to draw a maze. We need to draw the maze, not... Okay, so we needed to draw the maze. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to call maze panel dot draw maze. Right, that's the thing. But we need this G, this graphics object. If we go back to our maze panel, inside of maze panel, there's this draw maze, and it requires a graphics object. So the way we get the graphics object is we just say, I'm going to make a graphics variable, say G equals maze panel dot get graphics. Okay, now in order to use graphics, I have to do an import. So up here at the very top of this, I'm going to say import java.awt.graphics. I'm getting that straight out of my, at the top of my maze panel, I have an java.awt.graphics. So, all right, so let's see if that does anything. Star.java, Java maze GUI. And so if I select a star and I solve, then we can see it filling in as we go. And then it just leaves the solution at the end. Okay. New maze, solve. Here we go. So we now have it animating the solution for a star. Cool. So now I'm going to go and do the same thing for our others. So we're using DFS. All right, so that's animate a maze panel. Here, if animate is on, we're going to do the exact same thing. So graphics G equals maze panel dot get graphics, and then maze panel dot draw maze G. Okay. Go ahead and compile and run. Didn't like that. Oh yeah, so inside of my maze frame, I need to update my call right here. So we just did DFS, so this would now be, we should just animate on and pass in the maze panel. Okay. So we'll go ahead and compile and run again. So I'm going to change this to depth first, solve, and now we can watch it. Solve. And there we go. A new one. There we go. Cool. And finally, breadth first. So I'm going to go ahead and change it here first. Animate on maze panel. And then inside of my maze solver, go to breadth first. Add on the maze panel parameter. And graphics G equals maze panel dot get graphics and maze panel dot draw maze G. So now whichever algorithm we use, we should see it solve. There we go. And now we can switch it to depth first and solve and clear it, and then solve the same maze using depth first. And clear it and solve the same maze using A star. So there we go. We have our 3 algorithms all animating. So very cool. Nice. Let's go back to our checklist of stuff to do now. And we can finally move enable animation to done. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you're enjoying this. I want you to again think about what we still need to do, right? Think about what we might want to do, and definitely what we still need to do. If there's anything missing on this list, then please let me know so that we can get it added. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.